Welcome to Volusia Magazine. Did you know that you can preserve the natural forests of Florida and raise your property value all at the same time by the way you landscape around your property? Well, the University of Florida and Volusia County Extension Office makes it easy. Then FEMA's Administrator Craig Fugate was in Volusia County to tour the county's new Emergency Operations and Sheriff's Communications Center. While he was here, he also met with emergency management and public safety authorities. Then reporter Michelle Coates takes us on a special open house tour for the business beat, while Community Information Director Dave Byron brings us a guest from the Volusia Manufacturers Association. Those stories, news, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Patterson. I hope you stay tuned. Florida is nearly 2 months into hurricane season, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, known as FEMA, wants you to get the message that if you're told to evacuate, go now and don't wait. FEMA's Administrator Craig Fugate was in Volusia County recently and met with County Manager Jim Deneen and the county's public safety and emergency management leaders about preparing and responding when a disaster hits. Fugate said he wants local emergency management agencies to increase public awareness about the importance for citizens to evacuate if they're in an evacuation zone.
We see this time and time again in the coastal areas where people did not evacuate. You look at Hurricane Sandy, some of the large numbers, the loss of life there, that unfortunately was over 100 people lost their lives. Primarily cause of death was drowning in areas that were under evacuation orders. I know a lot of people in Florida are worried about the wind, they're worried about power outages, but what is the most deadly impacts of hurricanes in Florida is storm surge. And so the best thing you do to protect yourself and your family is evacuate. And another important part of that is you don't want to put rescuers at risk to go get you during the storm. It's too dangerous, they're not going to be able to get out there. Evacuate, it's inconvenient, but do it. And remember, you don't have to go hundreds of miles. You just need to get inland out of the evacuation zone to get somewhere safe.
Fugate also took a tour of the county's new Emergency Operations and Sheriff's Communications Center, which opened in April. You can stay up to date on emergency information through Facebook, Twitter, or email alerts from Volusia County Emergency Management. Just go to volusia.org/emergency and click Get Connected. The Intracoastal Waterway, a main artery for commercial and pleasure boaters, is about to become a little safer. The Florida Inland Navigation District is conducting a maintenance dredging project in the vicinity of Ponce de Leon Inlet. The $2.2 million project will improve navigation safety by restoring channel depths and removing sandbars that have built up through the river channel. The project will take approximately 150 days to complete. Joe Nolan, the county's Coastal Division Director, said the dredging work is a much-needed improvement for waterway navigation.
Ponce de Leon Inlet tends to have a chronic shoaling problem with sand flowing into the inlet itself and in the adjacent channels, and the Intracoastal Waterway included. This creates sandbars and shoals in the navigable waterway, the Intracoastal Waterway, that periodically need to be dredged out and moved back into either the beach or into the spoil containment locations along the Intracoastal that the Florida Inland Navigation District maintains.
The Volusia County Coastal Division and Inlet District serves as a local sponsor for the Federal Inlet Channel Project at Ponce de Leon Inlet. The division also manages, funds, and supports coastal and waterway access, infrastructure, and facilities, including boat ramps, fishing piers, and inlet and coastal beachfront parks.
The county doesn't have any funding involvement whatsoever. We simply benefit from it, and of course we work closely with the Inland Navigation District, providing public information such as this program to make sure that our local residents in Volusia County and boaters and fishermen alike are aware that this project is taking place in the vicinity of Ponce de Leon Inlet.
The hydraulic dredge will pump more than 200,000 cubic yards of sand from the channel and place it in the Rattlesnake Inland Spoil Containment Site on the south side of Rock House Creek across from the Inlet Shores subdivision in North New Smyrna Beach. Dredging operations will take place 6 days a week during daylight hours, except in areas of high vessel traffic where dredging will take place around the clock for shorter periods of time to reduce impacts to navigation. Now you can help preserve Florida's natural forest while improving the landscape around your property. The University of Florida and Volusia County Extension Office is selling Melaleuca mulch for $3 a bag at the Agricultural Center, which is next to the Volusia County Fairgrounds on State Road 44 east of DeLand. The mulch is being sold from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 1 to 4 p.m. Wednesday. According to horticulturalist Joe Sewards, Melaleuca mulch is an environmentally friendly alternative to harvesting native cypress trees.
Well, it's environmentally friendly in that you are at one time helping to reduce the population of a really bad invasive plant in South Florida, and you're helping to preserve native cypress stands throughout the southeast with every bag of Melaleuca mulch that you purchase. It is a natural weed suppressant, so you don't have to apply maybe as many chemicals to your garden to prevent weeds, and it lasts a long time, as research at the University of Florida has shown. So you don't have to buy it maybe as often as you would, say, pine straw or other mulches that don't last very long.
The mulch, which has been treated to prevent seed germination, is sold in 1.5 cubic foot bags for $3 a bag, tax included. To calculate your needs, Seward suggests that you measure the square footage of your landscape beds and divide by 4. For example, if you have 200 square feet of landscape bedding, you will need 50 cubic feet of mulch if you want to lay it in 3 inches deep. For more information about the extension and its many programs, you can call 386-822-5778 or visit volusia.org/extension.
If an emergency hits, would you be prepared to take care of your family for 72 hours? Would you have enough food, water, cash, and medicines on hand to get you through? Be prepared to take care of yourself and your loved ones for at least 72 hours. Stock up. It could save your life. Brought to you by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this TV station. Get a plan at floridadisaster.org.
And now we join reporter Michelle Coates on the Business Beat for a look at Conelec's open house.
We're here at Conelec, where management looks to be settled in and ready to meet the community at an industry celebration. I'm Michelle Coates with the Business Beat.
We're really looking to get community awareness of that we're here, what we do, who we are.
Conelec of Florida, a 29-year-old Sanford company with about 80 employees, moved into a building in DeLand Crossings Industrial Park, a 43-acre industrial park created by the Volusia County Council. At the end of 2012, the electronics manufacturer left a 22,000 square foot facility near the Sanford Orlando International Airport for its new home, from which it will serve the electronics manufacturing needs of the medical, security, and communication industries, as well as military and industrial markets. We spoke to new Conelec President and Chief Operating Officer Michael Sobolewski about the manufacturer's move to Volusia County.
Being on the I-4 corridor, we have easy access to customers and potential customers coming up from Orlando area, as well as coming from points north, such as Jacksonville and stuff. So it's a great location, easy access, and a building that we can continue to grow into and meet the customers' needs.
Conelec made a multi-million-dollar investment in Volusia County when it bought the 8.5-acre site, including a 63,000 square foot building for $2.2 million, and invested another $2 million plus in capital expenses such as cutting-edge production lines and build-out of the facility.
We build product and provide services for other companies, OEMs who put their name on the product, but we build the product for them. So, from printed circuit boards to sub-assemblies to total system assemblies and system integration and boxes.
The move was a consolidation for Conelec two sites merged into one new state-of-the-art facility. The electronics manufacturer makes components for a range of industries from medical monitoring and testing equipment, biometric identifiers such as fingerprint and handprint and iris scanners used by the TSA and military, to industrial driver equipment that runs emergency vehicle dashboards, and GPS equipment to the components used in the very equipment to shoot this segment.
We don't build consumer products. We're not in the high volume building cell phones or anything like that, but we're really focused on the ones where high reliability and flexibility and high quality levels are required.
Conelec has seen steady growth over the last few years and is poised for more in the near future. The new facility and equipment has positioned the company to move forward. Moving forward includes hiring more workers.
We build product for customers who are based all over the Southeast. And we actually have a customer who's based in the Pacific Northwest area, which is kind of interesting, but it shows that we are much broader than just right here in the DeLand area of Volusia County. We're really across all of the Southeast, and we're looking to grow substantially over the next few years with target growth areas in the $50 to $60 million range.
Conelec has customers across North America, and their components are in products used around the world. Producing tens of millions of dollars in sales, Conelec is a healthy addition to the manufacturing landscape of Volusia County.
Thanks for joining us today at Conelec. I'm Michelle Coates with the Business Beat. There's a new summer camp in Volusia County that's putting the focus on both fun and fitness. It's called Camp Fun and Fit. Stephanie Strong takes us out to the camp to see what's going on in this segment of Community Health Matters.
Camp Fun and Fit is a week-long summer camp designed for children ages 8 through 12. The camps are held at 4 Volusia County schools in July. Today, we pay a visit to the Palm Terrace Elementary School location in Daytona Beach.
Camp Fun and Fit is really an effort to help children understand good nutrition as well as understand the importance of being physically active. The health department is one of many partners who's helping to put on Camp Fun and Fit. Each of us has a role, each of us has a part, and together we're able to make the Camp Fun and Fit happen.
During the summer, campers will eat healthy foods, play active games, and develop healthy habits. They'll also take field trips.
The kids love it. What they really like is not only being active and doing a lot of games outside, is the field trips. They did a field trip to Publix and they were able to learn about the different fruits and vegetables and also reading labels on foods. They'll do a field trip to the agricultural center. They'll pick their own fruits and vegetables and put it on a pizza. They'll be at Bethune-Cookman and they'll be able to make their own lunch. So it's really great to be able to see them really interact, not only playing with each other, but making food together and eating healthy.
Campers also learn the dangers of tobacco.
Well, we have the opportunity to come in once a week on Monday afternoons, and we're just giving them good information about why it's important to stay away from tobacco products. So we talk about the health effects, what happens to the body. We show them the black lung and the tar, and give them a good reason to stay away from all tobacco products. We don't just talk about cigarettes, we include cigars. We talk about the exotic cigarettes and the candy flavored stuff that's out there. So we try to give them a good piece and a wealth of information so that they have a basis to know why they need to stay away from tobacco.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Camp Fun and Fit.
Campers Listen as the director of the Florida Department of Health in Volusia County, Dr. Bonnie J. Sorensen, talks about health, fitness, and camp activities.
My name is Bonnie, and I am the director of the health department. And I know most of you know where the health department is. We're all about health. We're all about helping children be healthy, learning about good nutrition, learning the best foods to eat, as well as learning how to be physically active.
Dr. Sorensen says a healthy child has fruits and veggies on half of his or her plate. Get 60 minutes or more of physical activity a day. Limits television and video games to 1 to 2 hours per day and is not exposed to secondhand smoke. Summer camp is a warm, wonderful experience. And in Volusia County, this camp experience is both fun, and fit. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Stephanie Strong, Public Information Officer for the Florida Department of Health in Volusia County.
The fee, which is $65 a week plus a one-time $15 registration fee, includes field trips, a t-shirt, breakfast, and lunch. Camp scholarships are available for low-income eligible children through Volusia County's Community Assistance Division. Applications are available at all Volusia County Public Library branches and online at volusia.org/camp-fun. For more information about the scholarships, you can call 386-736-5956, extension 12980, or 386-254-4648, extension 12980. And to learn more about those camps, you can visit volusia.org/camp-fun, or you can call Nancy Maddox at 386-736-5953. Now let's head into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron and his guest, CEO and President of the Volusia Manufacturers Association, Jayne Fifer.
Well, thanks, Amber, and hi, everyone. You know, manufacturing is a vital and thriving component of Volusia's economy. A wide variety of products are made right here in the county and shipped to domestic and foreign destinations throughout the world. And if you're looking for a good job, several local manufacturers are seeking to fill skilled positions with high wages. Today, we thought we'd get an update on our manufacturing sector in Volusia County, and our studio guest is Jayne Fifer. She's the President and CEO of the Volusia Manufacturers Association. Jayne, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Dave. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for being back. We talked with you about a year ago, and so we thought we'd have you back and see what's changed in the last year. But again, let's start this way. Before we get into what's going on with our manufacturers, let's talk about your organization, Volusia Manufacturers Association. For those people that haven't heard of your organization, give us a description of what you're all about.
VMA, because we're evolving as an association.
Yeah, okay.
But let me give you some background. It was founded 33 years ago by manufacturers, for manufacturers. Its purpose is to provide information, education, and networking opportunities to help the manufacturers and its members grow, which in turn helps the community grow because we have a strong manufacturing sector.
Sure.
For many years, we would have many meetings, and we still have a lot of meetings, training sessions, plant tours, general membership meetings, in order to be able to share the training information. As we have evolved from the recession and the changes in business, because so many people are working many hours.
Right, yeah.
The makeup of an association is changing.
Okay.
Meaning that the people just don't have time to come out to the meetings. While they're valuable and they're important for people to have face-to-face time with each other, an association needs to grow.
Right.
and change and evolve with what's happening in the community. So what we're doing is we started changing our name. So we're called VMA.
Everyone knows you as VMA.
And now we're being called VMA.
Okay.
But we're now calling ourselves the Value Added Manufacturing Alliance.
Okay.
With emphasis on the word alliance.
Okay.
When you think association, you're thinking meetings, meet and greet kind of organizations. And alliance really shows how companies and individuals bond together to help each other grow.
Right.
And it more represents who we are.
Right.
Let me give you an example of what an alliance does to show the spirit of what VMA does. One day, one of our manufacturers was absolutely on deadline with their product. And you can't, if you have a deadline and you have to get something out, you have to. There really are no options.
Right.
There's penalties, there's all kinds of situations.
And money at stake.
A lot of money at stake
Right.
if you can't make your deadline.
Right.
And their compressor broke. And so they let me know right away who's got something, who can help me. They can't repair it for a couple of days. I put it out on our quick take survey. One of our other companies just happened to have the compressor that they needed. They were able to move it over to this other company in 20 minutes.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
That is what VMA is about. So if you talk about the essence of this organization, that says it in a nutshell. And that happens every single day. Somebody wants to know something.
Help one another, learn from one another, and advocate as a group.
Absolutely.
How about that, huh?
That's what we do.
Just to find it.
You just did. Write that down. I'll put it on my website.
Hey, Jayne, again, for people that, don't follow the economics of Volusia County closely, people may be surprised at the number of manufacturers that we have right here in Volusia County. Obviously, tourism is our #1 industry, but manufacturing may be our #1 paying industry. They pay good money. Tell us about the manufacturing sector in Volusia County. I think we've got like 400 manufacturing companies.
We do, and so it's about 5.5% of our sector. It's a business sector, but it's strong. It's powerful, it's vibrant. The kind of manufacturers that we have here, some are going to be very obvious. Strong boat building industry, suntan lotion industry.
Right.
But we also have a strong medical industry.
Right.
We make syringes, we make dialysis liquids for the dialysis people. We make blood collecting bags. We make underwater connectors.
Right.
Some of our, we make parachutes, and some of our companies have now moved their headquarters, their international headquarters right here in our area.
Right.
Kingspan just had their ribbon cutting last week, and they make cold storage doors.
Right.
In a phenomenal facility there. We already have 132 employees there. They're going to be growing. We're going to hear some more announcements from manufacturers that they have their headquarters here. Very exciting times.
And one of the other interesting things, that's changed certainly during my lifetime and your lifetime is, back, you mentioned, back in your father's day, there weren't many women in manufacturing, and there sure weren't many women company owners. That picture has changed considerably, and we have a number of manufacturers that are headed up by women.
We do.
That's a change.
We do, yes it is. It's still, you're going to still see primarily male, but there's a lot of women moving in there. And you will see the real change, for example, if you're out at Embry-Riddle and you take a look at the engineering program, and they have a very strong mechanical engineering program there. And you take a look at the beautiful young women that are out there in the engineering field, building cars, understanding the speed of cars, competing with the things that they build in these engineering programs. It's astounding, and it's breathtaking to know that anybody has the opportunity if they have the skills and the interest to do.
You mentioned Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. We have great universities in Volusia County. Embry-Riddle is regarded as one of the more unique universities with the emphasis on aviation and engineering, and they've announced a French company coming over here and that sort of thing. A lot of people that I've talked to say that Embry-Riddle is going to be a workhorse for this community in terms of bringing high-tech exposure and high-tech jobs to this area, which of course will help everyone. What's your thought on that?
Their emphasis is connecting their students with the manufacturers.
Right.
This year we'll be having our manufacturer showcase, which gives the community an opportunity to see what all the manufacturers make at Embry-Riddle at the ICI building. And they have stated over and over again, they are going to go full board on this. They are going to have their students there from every department so they can be there, so they can interact with the manufacturers, so that they can get internships there, they can do job shadowing there, because they want their students to be able to stay here. And especially, we want them to understand manufacturing as the new companies come in. And I do believe that the log jam has been broken, and Volusia County is absolutely on the precipice of absolute fabulous growth.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people feel that way, Jayne. The vibes seem to be very positive these days.
Are.
Just not only with the announcement of the new hotels and that sort of thing, but as you've noted, expansions in the manufacturing area and the company relocations, and that, I guess that exposure breeds future exposure, and then that, one bird off the wire leads, so to speak. So
success begets success.
Right.
And what it's also doing, it's helping build awareness. VMA is very involved in building awareness that manufacturing exists. People don't train. That's the biggest problem. It's not that we don't have skilled people. We don't have people that are not capable of doing the jobs. They just don't know that manufacturing exists and that opportunities exist for them.
Yeah, and again, that was another point that you made last year, and that is that these jobs are are out there. The manufacturers really are trying to fill these positions, and a lot of people aren't aware that they're there. And a lot of people may be, you know, willing and able to make a career change to get into these types of jobs. And so you're right, it's exposure is an important part of this.
I have a great success story. I think we talked about our program that we're calling Dream It, Do It.
Right.
It's the name that the National Association of Manufacturers coined, and the state of Florida bought the license to it. We, in actuality, already had a strong education outreach program, and now we call it Dream It, Do It. So we're into it probably for about a year now. We're putting career posters in the schools at the ATC. We've got speakers in the schools. We collect money. We raise money in our golf tournament. But we take the posters, we made these big career boards, and we put them at the ATC. We've duplicated them, put them into the manufacturing related academies. Daytona State had a summer program. One of the programs was machining. Never before did that program ever fill. It was the first one that filled this year, and it was due definitely because of the posters that we had at Mainland High School, because then the kids could say, oh, we didn't know that was here. Yeah, I think I want to go ahead and learn machining.
Wow.
So it's anecdotal, but we're starting to make headway.
Well, Jayne, for people that may want more information about VMA or perhaps would like to get in touch with you and so forth, how do people get more information?
They can call us at 386-673-0505, and they can go on our website, vmaonline.com.
And if there's anyone out there that is interested in those jobs that you're talking about, you can put them in touch with the right person, I bet.
I certainly can.
Well, Jayne, I want to thank you for sharing the information with us today. Again, it does sound as our manufacturing sector doing really well, paying much better than the average wage in Volusia County. So thanks for sharing the information.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to say now, President and CEO of VMA, Jayne
That's
Fifer.
correct.
And with that, Amber, we'll go back to you.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you too for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. Incidentally, you can find the County Council's meeting calendar there too. You can use volusia.org to find out about meeting dates, workshops, topics of interest, activities, and how you can become involved. Later this month, the Friends of the Library will present a midsummer book sale at the Ormond Beach Regional Library from noon to 5 p.m. Saturday, July 27th, and 1 to 5 p.m. Sunday, July 28th. For more information, you can call Carol Johnson at 386-212-9833. And last, we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today, Volusia County Government's weekly radio program. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Patterson. Have a wonderful evening.